Hey y'all, it's your girl, the real deal, Anita Gill. Yes, man, shout out to all the people from other countries, states, in the Kenneka Jenkins community who ready to get down to the real nitty gritty. Now, people, we gonna keep talking about it. We gonna keep that awareness, the awareness where it is, and just keep talking about it until she allegedly get justice. If she don't get justice, we just gonna keep talking about it. Oh yeah, we ain't gonna stop. The legend must go on. It must go on. Now, we, you, I, he, she has been watching thousands of videos of Kenneka Jenkins and what happened to Kenneka Jenkins and what the conspiracy, how people think that happened to Kenneka Jenkins. And there's nothing wrong with trying to think and find out what happened to Kenneka Jenkins. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, we all got something right. If we don't get nothing right, we sure got something right. We got our age right, and we got the place where it happened at, right? Right. Okay. So we got to be on track. Now we know she was found dead inside a latched ED freezer, right? At Crown Plaza, O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. We know that, right, y'all? So we got something right in the case. We all got that part right. Now, what's the problem? Now, the problem is how she got in there. That's what we doing, y'all. The problem is still there. So we can agree that, let me sit this right here. Cause I'm gonna be here for a while, okay? Just for a little while. Now, don't focus on my enthusiasms and my happiness because that's just the real deal, Anita Gill. Yeah. Okay, we all got that part right, right? If we don't get nothing right, y'all. And if you're in a hurry, you going on around the bus because I'm not in a hurry. That's the problem. You can't get the case right because you're in a hurry. Yeah. So we got that part right there. We do agree with that. All of us agree that Kenneka was 19 and she was found inside a latched freezer, y'all. She was found inside a 19-year-old girl. Found found, in a latched LATCHED freezer. FREEZE. That don't bother you? That don't bother you? Really? That don't bother you? Man, please. You not human then. If that don't bother you, I don't care if it's 42 years from now. We still gonna find out how did a girl get caught up found inside a latch freezer. And bad enough, inside a hotel. So the question is, did she attend the party? She was invited to a party there, y'all. with a donut on her cart. I don't see what that matter. That don't stop. Just because a person got a donut on their cart, don't stop them from going to no party. Don't stop them from going to no work. So I don't know. You don't want to drive on no donut with a donut on somebody's car. Go get your own car. That's how I feel. A donut didn't stop us from partying back in the days. Okay? So you tell me before I go on. I got to get this straight first, y'all. I got to make sure y'all understand. Because we done ran through this done. We ran through, when the Kenneka Jenkins came, boy, everybody trying to cover up so they won't go to jail. So a lot of people missed out on what y'all was saying. A lot of people thought they were gonna go to jail. So, ooh, let's go make some video. Let's go make some money off of YouTube. Ooh, let's go get our numbers up. Yeah, it's about numbers. Numbers. Okay? But just didn't know the whole time they were being investigated. Okay. After they found a 19-year-old girl latched, I gotta keep putting my verbs in there, inside a freezer at a hotel, supposed to be attending a party. The question is, what time did they find that young lady? I'm gonna call her young lady. What time did they find that young lady inside that latch freezer? People, follow me, walk with me with the words that's coming out my mouth. Follow me on that zone. Don't skip. Because if you skip, you're going to miss. What? Let's go back to what I said in the beginning, because I'm not going to keep going back. You're going to have to rewind the video. Okay. You tell me that a 19, remember you was 18 in high school. You were 18. Then you turn 19. You still a teen, even though they consider you as grown. We ain't talking about that part. We talking about the 1-9. You tell me that a girl named Kenneka, a girl named Kenneka, well, it don't care if her name was Shirley or Barbara, but a young lady, let's put it like this, 19 years old, was latched inside a freezer at a hotel, going to a party, don't mentally disturb you. And you can say, oh, let her die, go on, let her rest. It ain't no resting, because we trying to find out if I go to a hotel and I'm end up in a latch freezer, how I get in there. Somebody had to see me in there to make sure I didn't get out of there. They knew that Kenneka could get out that freezer. Okay? Now, one question is, did she make it to the party? I ain't talking about no video that we saw. We don't saw so many lies and deception. We don't know if she made it to the party or not. We just going by what y'all showed her to make us think that she was at the party and whatever. It's a lot of people look like a Neka. I'm saying a lot of pictures look like a Kenneka, but a girl did die in that freezer. So we trying to figure out, how did she get latched inside that freezer when she's supposed to have attended to a party? Who did not want her to come out of that freezer? That girl was still moving around in that freezer for somebody to lock the freezer, or either she was already deceased when they put her in the freezer. That's common sense, y'all. Now, let's get the time right. Now we got to get the time right. A lot of people claim she was upstairs at the party. Now, if Kenneka Jenkins was allegedly deceived at 1 o'clock on the 10th. The 10th? Where was Kenneka on the 8th? Where was Kenneka on the 9th? So you mean to tell me that girl stayed in that freezer that long, y'all? She could have frozen. She stayed in there the 8th, 9th, and the 10th they found her. But they mad. Nah, we was so in a hurry. I'm gonna say we. They were so in a hurry to to film stuff and make movies and mix it with the real situation until they forgot the time. So you get a bunch of YouTubers who was there, doing their thing. I ain't gonna stop nobody from doing their thing, but mixing the good with the bad. That's what you have to do, mix the bad with the good. And allegedly she was found around 1 o'clock. Now the thing is, what time was she? If she was latched in the freezer, and I tell you what, if they found a body in the freezer at 1 a.m. on the 10th, allegedly her body was frozen on the 8th and the 9th. Allegedly now. How is Kenneka body? If Kenneka body was found on the at 1 o'clock on the 10th, somebody was saving a body. Somebody put the body in there. When? When did they put it in there? On the 8th? On the 9th? They couldn't have put it on the 9th. The reason why I say they couldn't allegedly could have, well, the time they could have allegedly, or was she in there on the 6th? Or was she in there on the 7th? I ain't trying to confuse y'all. Kenneka body could have been moved around until it got into a latch freezer. If they found it on the 10th, allegedly. Ain't nobody being no detective or nobody. Ain't nobody trying to be no detective. People trying to figure out things just like you doing. What you doing is different than what somebody else doing. Period. So you mean to tell me that girl went to the party on the 8th and y'all found her on the 10th? So why wasn't nobody at the hotel looking for her on the 9th? Why did they say, who is this person that latched that freezer? That's your answer. Now the camera they can find out who did it because the camera's all on all in the kitchen. You know who did it. You got cameras in the back. You got cameras on the side, but you don't have cameras at the freezer. Somebody had to move the camera off the freezer so y'all won't find out who latched in there. So the thing is, was Kenneka when you think about situations like that, y'all, a person latched in there, a person could have been found outside. Could have been found inside. Somebody could have brought her from the outside and put her on the inside. Involving the hotel in it. So it had to been somebody allegedly that worked there to have that lock thing to lock it in there, or either depend on how it locks. We got to find out how do it latch. Do it latch? Do the lock latch? Or do it press down? How is the lock made? They said latched. Latch. So what if you said it was latched? It's a different kind of lock. When you said press down lock, y'all got to get the locks together. It's a lot of things you got to get to try to give people something allegedly to think about. Okay. So Kenneka was dead around 1 a.m. on the 10th inside the freezer unit. Why? What took so long to find her? It should have been helicopters. It should have been thousands of polices in there that came from where she lived. Well, you never know how the system there, but it should have been a lot of people involved and a girl missing. So that mean a whole night, Kenneka was not found. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then when they see her, her hair messy. I'm gonna tell you, and that shoe wasn't gonna go on that feet after it swelled up. If her hair was messy, allegedly, somebody thought that that mama wasn't gonna come up to that hotel and they threw a wig on her head. That girl hair wasn't made like that. Cause Neka Jenkins had been made up so many different ways. Her hair has been a major problem in this incident. Allegation. Kenneka don't went from straight hair to bangs into a swoop. Now, one thing I can say is, I can say this, when people pass away, people put their hair like the way people wear their hair. But allegedly, something must have been wrong with her top of her head to where, why didn't Kenneka have, I ain't gonna ask no why. Kenneka done had on been in 3 different styles we don't seen. Now, my question is, why Kenneka hair couldn't be like she wore her hair, split on the side, long like that? Why couldn't a wig like that go on her head in the funeral box when she was in the casket? Why it had to be swooped like somebody wear their hair that way? Why was there no bangs in the front? Now, how did Kenneka wear her hair? You go away when I leave this world. I want you to have braids in my hair, because that's how I braid my hair. That's how I do. I keep my hair in braids, so that's how I want to leave here. So why was Kenneka hair? What throwing y'all out in the cast is why her hair wasn't the way she wore it. There's a lot of questions about a lot of different things, but who am I to question the way a person decided to do their people hair? Okay? Y'all stay with me now. Stay with me now. We gonna solve this problem. Okay? So Kenneka was found dead around 1 a.m. Think about, imagine that it's 1 a.m. in the morning of the 10th. Okay. What really happened? Don't forget they said she was latched. How is she latched in the freezer, y'all? Let's get these words ain't right. Latched, then it was like one of those other kind of lock that you latch like that. Latch don't mean pop down or whatever. You got to tell us what you talk about. That's another thing. Okay. So she was found on September 10th, y'all. Inside a freezer, okay? The young lady's lying on the floor. And her hair was messy. The only person said that it looked like she been fighting was her sister. Her sister said her hair looked messy like she been fighting. Now, when I looked at her hair was messy like she been in some water. I wouldn't have thought the fight. Now, if you gonna take her hair and say her hair, you didn't say her face was scratched out up. You said her hair was messy. So what they did was took what you said and added to the content. If Kenneka hair was messy, that's not Kenneka wig. That's not even her sew-in. That wig that you saw with that girl in the freezer had on, it did not have nothing to do with Kenneka hair. Whoever wanted that wig, they took the real wig out. They took that money off her head. It kept that money for themselves. That's a money hair. She had a probably spent like $100 and some on that hair. Somebody stole her hair and put a messy wig on her head. That's what they did. That ain't that same hair. And her hair wouldn't look like that if she was sweating walking around. That's good hair, y'all. Y'all don't need nothing about no weave. Y'all don't know nothing about no weave. I can see now. If Kenneka hair was messy, that girl in the freezer had on, Kenneka had on, somebody took the hair off her head and put a wig on because they weren't playing. They didn't think that the mama going to come up there and see about her daughter since she wasn't there on the night. They figured since Kenneka was 19 years old, they can just stick a girl in there like that and go on by their business. Because of the kind of things that she did. That's what happened. So they stuck another messy wig on her head. That is not her. Ain't no fool. No, that's not a fool. No, that's not Kenneka Jenkins' hair. Cause she didn't have her head like that. Now, my question is, was Kenneka locked in the freezer, or was Kenneka latched in the freezer? Which one was it? I'm gonna ask y'all something. What made, if a person who worked there walked through there, saw the door open, they saw a body inside the freezer, y'all? Do y'all think it scared them when they seen that? Oh, Lord, it's a body. Y'all, we didn't put that in there like that. Whoa, Lord, it's a body. You know, we know bodies alleged was in there because of what the kind of jobs they got down there, where they have to do experiment. But you had a fresh body. When that person negligence, when he locked that door, I said he. The reason why I said he, because the woman screamed. They would have ran. If I came through the kitchen, like we saw one of the one of the employees, I'm not gonna say that was that employee that did it, but when that employee that we saw walk through that kitchen, he heard some more people in that room. He heard some more people in that kitchen, in that room, where he went back there and locked it, allegedly. Allegedly. If he was the one that latched or locked that door, he saw a body. That is a big body. That's not a little skinny body. That body was thick. Feet all in the door. Why was the lip gloss planted in the door? Everything was planted right there. They locked that body in there. So whoever, and they know who closed them doors to the freezer because they saw the door open. They told the officer they the one closed the door. Y'all, I ain't seen nobody take no fingerprint. I ain't seen nobody do no work. You know, I ain't seen nobody do nothing. Wasn't nobody working in the kitchen. I ain't seen no yellow flag, no crime scene area. I ain't seen no investigating. Nobody come in there and do none of that work with the fingerprint. I ain't see none of that going on. We wasn't gonna see none of that going on in there. Y'all know we wasn't gonna see because that was too much. They wanted to skip that part. So you mean to tell me that someone noticed that the doors in the kitchen were open and they just closed the door? You don't, usually before you close the door, you'll look in there. You know what I mean? So you looked in there and you saw a body and you said, whoa. Look what I found and locked that door. Got the first thing you thought about were organs. They locked it like the body in there. They wasn't planning on nobody finding Kenneka, but Miss Teresa put pressure on them. So, you mean to tell me they locked the door? Let's say the employee allegedly locked the door. Like they supposed to. You ain't see that body before you locked that door? You just came in there, scooba-doo, boop. How? How? How oh my God. The body was right there at the door, y'all. I'm not gonna take up for this person. I'm not. I'm not gonna take up for you. I'm not gonna do it. Unfortunately, y'all locked that girl up y'all locked the girl in the freezer. You knew her body was in there. Let's say that the person didn't know her body was in there and they decided to come through there. Something going on in that kitchen, y'all. Something was going on in that kitchen. I ain't no fool. I'm too smart for your butt. There's something went on in that kitchen. Someone locked that young lady in that freezer, in that hotel freezer. Somebody locked her in there. Y'all seen Kenneka walk back there. It's not the same walk that she walked when she was in there getting out there. The same way that girl got out there. I'm like, y'all must think somebody crazy. If you want to use the video of Kenneka walking through the kitchen, their hair was still straight. Their hair, who took that hair off? There's somebody about to do something because they took that girl wig off her head. They put, I don't know what she had, a sew in or what. They know what they were doing. So whoever locked in there got something to do with it. Okay. Okay. Whoever latched Kenneka in that freezer was the person who found her in the freezer when the mama came up there. My thing is, I'm just thinking, y'all. I'm thinking just like y'all doing. Cause I'm so tired looking at all these different videos. It ain't happen. You can show all the videos you want to. That still ain't happen. Talking about the videos will help. You can have many pictures, and it really not saying nothing. You ain't making it make sense. Now on the 8th, why was it so hard for the person who closed them doors go back down there to see was a body in that freezer? When Miss Teresa asked the hotel about her daughter body, why was it so hard to tell her that my daughter body is in that a girl was in that freezer down there? Why, you know you saw her body in there. Y'all, the girl probably allegedly could have been saved since the person accidentally closed her in the freezer. Whoever latched the door Whoever, I don't know why y'all didn't say lock the door. Y'all went from lock to ledge. Okay, when they whoever locked the door found the body, cause they knew the body was inside that freezer. Now they mad because the mama don't came up there to look for her baby. See, they weren't expecting no mama to come look for no 20-year-old. They probably thought allegedly Kenneka was older than that. Because she looked older than that. They look like an older girl in that freezer. You know what I mean? I'm saying that the people who put in there didn't think that, when girls are certain age, that they mama ain't going to come up there. They didn't know the girl was 19 years old. The girl looked older than that. So when the mama came there, they go, oh, no, there's a mama? Oh man, that body is in the freezer. Her body was found in that freezer. That freaked them out when Miss Teresa got a call and said they can't find Kenneka. And when the mama said, I would never forget the words that came out of Miss Jenkins' mouth, Miss Martin's mouth, when she said, don't y'all leave my baby up there. Now, my thing with all of this, why would y'all think Miss Teresa sitting in the bathroom watching this happen to her daughter, to her baby? Why? Why y'all think she knew? Okay, suppose she knew about the reenactment part, okay? I can understand it. I can understand that because a lot of showbiz, they try to find out what happened to their baby. But the real part is, y'all can't blame that on her. She could have been at the reenactment, but she wasn't there when it happened to her daughter. You probably did see somebody favor Miss Teresa at the reenactment. It was one. We know that. Common sense. Allegedly, we knew that. But the real thing is different. She wasn't there when that happened. Now we can say that. We can say every movie when you trying to like we look at TV and they try to do a movie, but trying to find out what happened to this person. They can do that. Could have had a mini movie, y'all. It don't matter. If the thing is the real thing, she trying to still find out how is that girl ankle scratched up like that. She didn't scratch herself up in that. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. That right. And when she had that scratch on her ankle didn't come from no hypothermia, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. That did not come from no hypothermia. Allegedly. Cause I can't prove. That's the hardest thing. Trying to prove stuff. Trying to prove stuff. But that looked like that abrasion that we saw looked like scratches. That ain't from no freezer. Okay, allegedly it said that it was hypothermia. It wouldn't have happened like that, y'all. Come on, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. When they did the autopsy on that girl, and I know her brain was swollen. You could look at her head and say her brain was swollen. Her brain was swollen. You could look at her head and saw that. They still don't know what caused her death. If you don't know the cause of her death, according to the autopsy, how you just gonna close the case? How do you close something and call it an accident when you don't know what caused the incident? Come on, lawyers. Y'all went in there talking like Dick Tracy. The lawyers went in there, I just want to know that you didn't figure nothing out. So the lawyers that Miss Teresa had were just sitting there making money off of her being cute. Y'all supposed to investigate that. I don't care if she use a legal aid lawyer. Y'all lawyers sitting there, um, see, somebody left the freezer. We know that, Coco Jungle. We know that. Y'all ain't even do nothing. Ain't nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't investigate this thing. Y'all didn't investigate this crime. It was a black girl in there and y'all didn't investigate it right. And I ain't gonna just forget about it. The thing, man, the next question is, Kenneka, how long Kenneka was missing, y'all? How long would this 19-year-old girl missing? How long was she missing? Missing. That beautiful girl, beautiful. I can't never forget her because she had the beautiful smile and the dimples. I can't forget her. I can't forget her. I might back when it first came out in 2017. My daughter in 2020. My daughter said, "Mama," and doing the 18. She said, "Mama," I mean said it, yeah, the 18 them days. She said, "You still watching that case?" I said, "Yeah." A 19-year-old. I'm thinking about y'all. Y'all were locked up in the freezer. Every day, every year came by. She said, "You still," my mama still keeping up with that case. And I said, "Why you ain't keeping up with it?" Nah, cause it's the suspicious. Well, I said, "Yeah, I'm keeping up with it. Cause I would have did you like that." Okay? Let's go back to my question. You ask yourself, how long, let's put it like this. And instead of saying Kenneka, I'm gonna say my daughter. How long was my daughter missing? You mean to tell me my daughter was last seen at your hotel Friday evening? So that means y'all found her on the 10th. It was 3 days. My child been missing 3 days, hidden inside a freezer. And you know what, y'all? I will never forget from the very beginning. If anybody can remember this, put a peace sign in the chat. Don't be ashamed, y'all. If you only remember this, put a peace sign in the chat. That'll let me know, were you paying attention to this case? Do y'all remember some men said they found this body outside and they brought this girl in and set her by the freezer? Y'all don't remember that? I wish the law knows I could have saved some of them videos. I'm going to say what I said again. Y'all remember when some guys said they came in there and set Kenneka by the freezer? They didn't know her name was Kenneka. They set her in the kitchen. So they could have set her inside the door to move her body, and somebody could have moved her to the freezer. Y'all don't remember somebody said that? I never forget. I paid this case so attention so hard, y'all. It didn't make no sense. I write and take a note. They said that this man said that they put a girl, got her out from outside, and put her in the kitchen. I never forget that. I never forget that. And the man who y'all said was looking creepy, he could have been one of the men They put her in the freezer. No, not in the freezer, but in the kitchen. And now he went down there to the lower level trying to find out what happened to, what did y'all do to that girl. Remember that man got out the elevator, bald head man with a suit on? He didn't look weird. He didn't look suspicious. He want to know what y'all did with that body they brought in from the outside. Allegedly. So Kenneka body went missing for 3 days. Okay. Now, you have to ask your question. If I, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna leave this like that. I'm gonna put this on the table. I'm gonna put this on the table for y'all. I'm gonna put this on the table for y'all. Why you think that person like that freezer though? They ain't just like that freezer though. Why do y'all think that that person like that freezer though? Can you get locked in a walk-in freezer? Because she can get out. The freezer ain't that big on the inside, y'all. She can push that lock, even if she can't see. But under the influence, her mind could have trickled inside there also. To where, you know, cause when it's dark, you can't see. So she could have felt and felt and felt and felt. Or was she alive? See, y'all, it's a lot of questions you have to ask yourself. But if somebody locked it, either two ways. Somebody locked the door to hide the body, or either they locked the door where the cop they were going to think she was going to come out. So whoever locked the door knew a body was, thought the body was dead, and they locked the door because they thought she was going to get out. Now, I'm not going to go with the story that they let the door because they supposed to. If they supposed to, they would have looked and checked and made sure what are the safety precautions. You need to look in there and make sure everything is okay before you close that door. It's just like in a gym. Before we lock that gym up, we have to scoop that gym around, look up under the bleachers, make sure everybody out of there because a child can be hiding somewhere and standing there to skip classes and come in. It's precautions, y'all. So whoever that employee need to be fired. Now you need to go to court first. But they sent him to Las Vegas, didn't they? I don't know. I ain't gonna even say that. Okay, and answer that question for me. They made those freezer, y'all, where people can get out. But also, Kenneka gave me, the young lady on the video gave me the sense of humor that she was aware. She was coherent, and she was from the videos. From the video. She got on the elevator. She was walking down the hall. The main thing is, why ain't nobody see her? And why couldn't she not find her way to different areas to get out of there? Why was she led up, back in it, coming up the step? Why was Kenneka trapped in a circle? You know what I mean? It seemed like she was walking in a circle. Why was she up the hall and down the hall? That don't even make sense. That don't make sense. A drunk person, if a drunk person could, if a person who on drugs, since y'all want to make it so big, I don't see people who high, messed up, can sit down somewhere Yeah, it got to be better than that. Now, only way they can call is an accident because they protecting this person. They protecting the other person because they didn't intend it. But you got a death. It's a death cause that came in with the accident. So if you got a death, you got homicide. And if you got homicide, it's some more stuff come with it. So even if I accidentally, unintended, to close that door, that still is not an accident. It can't be no accident. Because an accident is an unintended, unwanted. Didn't mean to do it. Why, in this particular case, nobody should be blamed? Why? Why should nobody be blamed? I'm trying to figure that out. Why? So y'all saying that this girl caused her own accident? The only reason why they say, I'm going to tell you, the only reason why I can see why they said nobody should be blamed. Because somebody should be. The only reason why they saying that nobody should be blamed because they blaming on the girl. But you actually think that another race would just let this walk away like this? It ain't about no race, but come on, y'all. The accident, I know why they saying that nobody should be blamed, but somebody got to be blamed because they let the freezer, even if they, even if people come around and say, y'all need to lock the freezer though. Y'all need to make sure all the doors locked. Now they could have did this too, y'all. Go downstairs and make sure all them doors locked. It's a missing 19-year-old. But come on, 3 days, 3 days. This case supposed to been solved. But the only way that this case I just gave y'all allegedly a timeline. I just gave y'all allegedly timeline. But do you know I never did bring no attention to the party. The only reason why I ain't bring no attention to the party, cause the party wasn't important to me. The important of this case is how she got in the freezer. How did that body intentionally get in that body in that freezer in that condition that it was in? How did and they trying to say that if the door was already open, I'm about to let it go. I'm about to go. If the door was already open, she could have came right back out the door. Y'all not understand? That's if she walked in the thing. But I would never forget some men said that they brought a body in there and set it down in that kitchen. I would never forget that. I would never forget that. I will not. Mm. Why do they call y'all detectives just because y'all want to find out what happened to Kenneka? Why do they call y'all detectives? There ain't nobody no detective. Why people that call y'all internet detective? It's not an internet detective. They're just using a hypothetical thinking. Toes. They thinking. What's wrong with thinking? They're not detectives. I don't want to be no detective, but I'm gonna figure out. You can call a detective if you want to, but we just concerned citizens. Concerned citizens. How about that? And we're gonna continue to post videos related to the case. Dozens of times and times and times and times and times. Now, what you can do now is take what you think the truth is told and mentally get some human bodies to go with it. Y'all know it. Now she need human bodies. She don't need y'all videos. She need them bodies. On the video, she need to allegedly take is how she got off that elevator in the condition that she did was and walked straight in that kitchen like Soldier Girl. Y'all tell me what you think. Tell me, I want to hear from y'all. Y'all don't never talk. Put in the chat what you think. Cause you can't feel what you think. What you think? Besides, I want to get justice for Kenneka. You can't get justice until you get them bodies to talk. You need talking, walking, talking bodies. Walking, talking bodies. And guess what? You'll be surprised if some walking, talking bodies will talk. Tell me what y'all think. This is your girl, the real deal. Lanita Gill with another Kenneka Jenkins awareness update. Y'all go out and have a safe day. And I'll be back later on with another reaction. I'm out.